What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Newage Octavian EX, or their version of a toy Ultra Magnus. So I am continuing my addiction here with the Newage figures, and I did look at this figure before in the standard colors. So now we're taking a look at the toy version. Got some nice metallic white paint, yellow paint up here, silver for the bumper and the grille, silver along here. The trailer itself is unpainted, but you got, actually there's a little white paint here, but you got blue, red, and white plastic. You do have some paint tampos here, which we'll see in the robot mode, which I'm excited about. It does roll. You can detach the trailer if you want to and separate it. I don't see weapon storage here for these weapons. I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't store. I don't see a spot for it to go. And we'll take a look at the weapons later, but here's the vehicle, the truck. Nice looking truck mode. And for some size comparisons, there it is next to the Newage Optimus Prime trailer and roller, and the Newage version of Wheeljack, the EX version. And I guess you could store it up here. I don't think it will fit here. Let's see. No, it won't fit there. So unfortunately, you can't fit a vehicle, maybe like Bumblebee or Cliff Jumper would fit there, but a regular size vehicle won't fit there. You have to put it on top, and then you can drive around as a car carrier. All right, let's get this guy transformed into his robot mode, and we'll start with the cab here and get him into his core robot mode. All right, and there is the core robot in robot mode, and decided to transform it off camera just so we've looked at this mold so many times, but man, oh man, this is so good looking. I love the paint job on this. You got the blue and the yellow with the silver. There's lots of silver paint on it. Blue on the face, red on the eyes. It's kind of a metallic red. I have a little something weird going on with the head, but that's a very good looking head sculpt. The tampo paint here on the knees and on the toes. Here's the back. Really, really well done. He does get his own weapon this time. So you get this blaster on a black plastic with a little bit of silver paint, Optimus style gun, and that looks really good. And yeah, overall, nice looking robot. You can swap out the hands, so if you want bigger or different hands, I mean, then you can get a pointing hand like this, or you can have the jazz hands, and you can have something like that or whatever you want, but it's very, very nicely done overall. And before I forget, he does have a matrix here. If you use your fingernail to push on the inside, you can open up these windows, and he's got silver with the chrome or gold, and then blue for the actual jewel. That looks pretty nice. I'm going to leave it in there. I'm not going to take it out. But as far as the articulation, it's the same as before. I'm going to go really quick. Head is on the ball joint, goes all the way back, forward, rotates around, and you get a little bit side to side. Like I mentioned, there's something funny going on with the head. I'll have to figure out what's up. Shoulders are around on this joint. You have a rotation at the elbow. You have a 90-degree bend at the elbow. Rotation at the wrist. Shoulders can go up to there. There's a little bit of a butterfly, but it's not really, it's part of transformation. Coming to the waist, you have a waist rotation, ab crunch on a die-cast piece. It gets you pretty far, but you can just do whatever you need to with that die-cast piece. The hip skirts on the front, side, and the back will move out of the way. Legs go up to there. It is a single hip skirt, so it's a little weird, but back to there, out to the side. Rotation at the thigh, you have a drop-down hip joint, so that can really get up high. Rotation on universal, double jointed knee gets to the full bend, ankle tilt, and pivot back and forth. All right, now we're getting combined into his Ultra Magnus mode, and we do have to bring in the trailer. Since we've done this on the channel before, I'm going to get it transformed off camera. This basically breaks that into the parts, and then you combine them together. So we'll get it transformed and be right back. All right, and there we have Octavian in his combined Ultra Magnus mode, and this looks awesome. I love how this came out. The tampos here on the shins look very good. You got some tampos up here. The arms kind of stick out on the top. A little bit of tampo detail here on the chest. That white paint. Here's the back. You have a little bit of cubiliness right here, but that's the original design as well. Yellow eyes. All in all, really good looking version of Ultra Magnus. Let's go over the articulation. The head is on a ball joint. It gets up to there, but you can lift up on this joint so you can get it a little bit higher, and you can get a little bit much lower just by lifting it up a little bit more. So that's a nice joint there. Rotates around. The ears are a little bit thin, so I would recommend being careful with these. Ears are kind of tall. Shoulders rotate around out to the side on a joint here, but then the arm, the lower arm can go out on its own. So two separate joints. Rotates all the way around. You have a rotation at the bicep. Single joint elbow, but it gets you the full bend up to there. Rotation at the wrist. I believe these hands are attached. Let's see. No, they're fisted hands, but if you put these on, it might look a little small. That might be okay, but you can fit them in there. I just think they're a little bit they're smaller than the combined mode hands, so it might look a little funny for using those. We have waist rotation, same ab crunch. This hip skirt is pegged into the top, so if you do lift up on this, it does sometimes come off. So just be aware of that. Hip skirts move out of the way. You have this under hip skirt too, so now you gotta move two hip skirts, but it goes up to there, back to there, out to the side. Same rotation at the leg, 90-degree bend at the knee. The ankle tilt is here at the bottom. Nothing back and forth. For his weapons, we do get the two guns, the more traditional style Ultra Magnus gun, and we get the, I think it's the toy style, I'm not 100% sure, but he has two big blasting guns. You can also still use this. Let's see if this fits in his hand. Might be a little bit small. Yeah, it still fits. You can still use the Optimus Prime gun, but since he has two, you don't really need it. And for a quick size comparison, there he is next to the Newage Optimus Prime and Hound. And I like the size. He fits in nicely and towers over the mini bots and the car bots here. So final recommendations on the Newage Octavian EX. I really like this guy. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I'm going to recommend it. The overall color scheme and the tampos, it really puts this up on a level, a notch. I really like how the deco looks. It is basically the same figure. I do find this one to be a little bit tighter. I had some loose joints on the first one I looked at. This one seems to be a little bit more stable and tight. So I don't know if they improved it or it's just, paint or what is this, but it definitely feels a little bit better. And I like all three modes. So definitely happy to have this in my collection. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.